Broadcasting to you from the heart of northern Minnesota, you are listening to the best music-oriented podcast and web series on all of YouTube. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Roger Radio Show. I am Roger Radio.
And I'm Aegis on Levity of the Intermission Group.
I'm telling you, dude, I am fucking hyped for this one. I am hyped for this fucking legit album review for today, man. And I cannot tell you, man. Here's to another beautiful weekend and everything in between. All right, so answer me this. Who is one of my all-time favorite guitarists?
Dave Matthews? I don't know.
You already know what the fucking topic is today, dude. Jesus Christ, dude. You already know who it is, and you know what the album today is, dude, and you completely forgotten, motherfucker, dude. It's Steve Miller.
Oh, Steve Miller. That's what I meant. I said Dave Matthews. I meant Steve Miller.
Yeah, and he is the subject of today's legit album review, folks. Not to mention, today's album review is a very special one because it is the 50-year anniversary of what I believe is the Steve Miller Band's greatest work. And I'm, of course, talking about his 1976 album, Fly Like an Eagle. If any of you out there are huge classic rockers like I am, and if you listen to a lot of classic rock radio, you know Steve Miller Band is always on the air, and you know a lot of the music that is played constantly is from this album here, Fly Like a Fucking Eagle.
I know, I listened to it. I thought it was decent, yeah.
I mean, it's the one thing is like, there is like a lot of good tunes that are on it, and then you got some that are like meh and all that, but I really did like all the music, except for one particular song, which we will get into in a moment, all right? And obviously, this song that we will get into in a moment that I hated so much is the reason why I gave the album the ranking I'm going to give it at the end of today's show. So, ladies and gentlemen, not a whole lot of information is out there about this album, Fly Like an Eagle, but what it does say is it was released on May 15th, 1976. It was recorded from 1975 to 1976. The months unknown. It was recorded at CBS or Columbia Records, CBS Studios in San Francisco. The genres are space rock, blues rock, and pop rock. It was released by Capitol Records as well as Mercury Records, and the producer was none other than Steve Miller himself. Let's see here. This album did appear on Rolling Stone's magazine of the 500 greatest albums of all time in 2012. It was also voted in the third edition of Colin Larkin's all-time top 1,000 albums. And it was even, in 2025, the album was deemed culturally, historically, or aesthetically significant by the Library of Congress and was selected for preservation in the National Recording Registry. Now, it also says AllMusic gave it 4.5 out of 5 stars. Christgau's Record Guide gave it a B+. Rolling Stone considers the album favorable. The Village Voice gave it a B-. And Encyclopedia of Popular Music gave it 4 out of 5 stars. Stephen Thomas Erlewine, in a retrospective review of AllMusic, felt that the album focus brings about his strongest set of songs, both originals and covers, plus a detailed atmospheric production where everything fits. which obviously you can hear on the likes of Space Intro and Blue Odyssey. However, he said that it still can sound fairly dated, but concluded the review by saying that its best moments are classics of the idiom. Rolling Stone voted it 1976's best album. Jay Cridlin of the Tampa Bay Times described a Dance, Dance, Dance as the best John Denver song John Denver never recorded, because this song was written by John Denver, but he did not record that song, so Steve Miller recorded it. Let's see what else we got here. It peaked at number 11 on the UK albums chart and number 3 on the US Billboard 200. For the year-end charts, it peaked at number 11 on the US Billboard 200. It is certified 2 times platinum in Canada with 200,000 copies. In the United Kingdom, it's certified gold with 100,000 copies. And in the United States, it is 4 times platinum with 4 million copies. So even then, this album, up to that point, before this album came out, The Joker was his best work. And then 3 years later, he came out with this, and this was basically him taking it to the next level, especially with the production in it. Now, if you look at the other album cover, it's quite significant to say the least. It's Miller posing with a black left-handed Fender Stratocaster that, believe it or not, Jimi Hendrix had originally ordered from Manny's Music, which was a music instrument store in New York City. But Hendrix, however, died right before it arrived, and then Miller ended up purchasing it and restringing it for a right-handed player, as he was right-handed. The guitar, however, was stolen after the album's release, and the current whereabouts of that guitar is still unknown. I tell you one thing, that guitar, with it being a guitar that Jimi Hendrix bought and never got to use because, he died, and then it being on here, I can't imagine how much that guitar's gotta be right now.
Yeah.
Overall, this album, it is a great listen, especially if you having like one of those chill days where you don't want music that's like way too exciting or whatnot. You just want something to just mellow with the flow and all that. And this is a great album. So if any of you haven't listened to it, go listen to it. Go listen. What are you all waiting for? Or not to mention that the majority of these songs on here, which we will get into very soon, a lot of these are huge staples in classic rock music. And they get a lot of constant playing time, especially on J105 here in Grand Rapids, man. I listen to it every time, and that's how I fell in love with Steve Miller. All right, I say let's get into it, man.
Yeah.
The first song, obviously, is quite fitting to say the least. It's the space intro. It was unique and interesting for an opening instrumental would be a gross understatement.
Yeah, I really liked it. I thought it was a good opening.
Yeah. You could even hear that was the synthesizer that they used, and it did sound very atmospheric. And especially when outer space, after all, is like atmospheric. I mean, it starts very, very quiet, and then you hear that synthesizer come in, and you're just like blown away from it. I don't even listening to the synthesizer. I don't think Pink Floyd was able to emulate something sounding like that on Dark Side. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I could be wrong, Alrighty, so the space intro segues into the title track, "Fly Like an Eagle." And I just want to say, I love this song, man. There's something about it, you know. Pretty much, in addition to this song, there was a whole lot of other songs that were playing on here. And for me to say that it feels like summertime like music would be an understatement, to be exact, you know.
Yeah, I thought Fly Like an Eagle was pretty good.
Yeah. It's just something about it that really hits your ear correctly. I will say this though. Around the around the nearing the end of it, I think around the 3 minute 30-second part, I'm gonna tell you folks this right now. If you do not think the synthesizer sound effect around the nearing the end of the song did not sound like the ring sound effects from a Sonic the Hedgehog game, I'm sorry, people, but that's what I heard, all right? Give it a listen and you tell me if you heard a ring sound from Sonic. You cannot tell me that Fly Like an Eagle did not influence that sound effect. People kept saying that I was crazy for even saying that, right? But it's how I hear it, okay? Yeah, it was around the 3:45-second mark, actually. But, oh my god, dude. I mean, I'm serious, dude. I really love that sound effect. Like, the synthesizer works so
Yeah,
perfect in this,
I
you
really
know?
liked that part too.
All right, so let me see if I can find the info here. Alrighty. The song was released as a single on August 13th, 1976. It was recorded in 76 at CBS in San Francisco. The genre was rock, synth funk, and psychedelic rock. And you can hear a little bit of psychedelia in it, you know, but it doesn't feel like there's a whole lot of psychedelic rock in it, in my opinion. It was released by Capitol Records, and Steve Miller was the songwriter and producer of it. Let's see here. I just want to see where. Oh yeah. No, the background of this is that the band actually performed the song originally in 1973 while they were performing at New York City's Felt Forum on a bill with none other than the Marshall Tucker Band, Buddy Guy, and Junior Wells. Um, there was an earlier 1973 version that featured a lot more bluesy and less funk-inspired rhythm, with the guitar taking the synthesizer parts, albeit with similar delay effects. Um, Miller described earlier iterations or whatever of the song as being a 15 to 20 minute thing that went in all kinds of different places because of the freedom of the whole psychedelic music scene. What psychedelic music scene? That pretty much died out after the Summer of Love. The psychedelic rock. Oh shit. No, wait, what happened to my webcam? God damn it, hang on. Okay, there we go. But dude, it was like a one-hit wonder thing. Like psychedelic rock had its thing and then we all moved on. Um Alrighty, it was re-recorded for the Eponymous album released in 76. The initial studio sessions consisted of Miller with Gerald Johnson and Gary Malaber on bass and drums respectively. Following some unsuccessful attempts at Capitol Studios and Wally Heider Studios, Miller reconvened at Pacific Union in San Francisco with the same lineup, in addition to Joakim Young on the Hammond organ. Once this configuration achieved a satisfactory take, Miller mixed the song down to a portable 3mm 8-track machine and conducted guitar and vocal overdubs at his home studio in Novato, California. He used a Fender Stratocaster connected to a Fender Bassman with a Echoplex to provide a staggered triplet echo effect for the vocals. For the vocals, Miller sang his parts through an Electro Voice RE20 and compressed the audio signal with a Shure level lock. When discussing the inclusion of the synthesizer on Fly Like an Eagle, Miller mentioned that he had experimented with electronic music and sound collages in the 1960s with tape recorders and the Echoplex, having been inspired by the work of Lamonte Young and Karlheinz Stockhausen. The synthesizer was recorded in one take after the track was mixed. Fly Like an Eagle was mixed on 3 different occasions, as Miller didn't want to put that song out until it was really right. When the song was receiving its final mix, the tracks were transferred using a tape that had been bulk erased, resulting in a repeated beeping noise that occurred during the fade out of the song. Billboard described the Steve Miller Band version as uncharacteristically thoughtful but riveting, attention grabbing. Cashbox said that the single edit preserves the high points of the original while cutting the time just about in half. The original Steve Miller Band version sold over 1 million copies. Oh, and then there was a version that was done by Seal in 1996 for the soundtrack for the film Space Jam. Let's see here. The song peaked at number 2 on the U.S. Billboard Hot 100 and number 3 on the U.S. Cashbox Top 100. It also peaked at number 38 on the U.S. Billboard Adult Contemporary charts and number 20 on the U.S. Billboard Best Selling Sold Singles. And for the year-end charts, it peaked at number 34 on the Canada Top Singles, number 28 on the U.S. Billboard Hot 100, and number 50 on the U.S. Cashbox Top 100. It was certified gold in New Zealand with 15,000 sales, and it certified platinum in the U.S. at 1 million copies. So that's pretty good. All right, dude, I'll let you do this.
All right, want me to get in the lyrics?
Yes, please.
Time keeps on slipping, slipping, slipping into the future. Time keeps on slipping, slipping, slipping into the future. I want to fly like an eagle to the sea, fly like an eagle, let my spirit carry me. I want to fly like an eagle till I'm free, oh Lord, through the revolution. Feed the babies who don't have enough to eat, shoe the children with no shoes on their feet, house the people living on the street. Uh-oh, there's a solution. I want to fly like an eagle to the sea, fly like an eagle, let my spirit carry me. I want to fly like an eagle till I'm free, fly through the revolution. The time keeps on slipping, slipping, slipping into the future. Time keeps on slipping, slipping, slipping into the future. I want to fly like an eagle to the sea, fly like an eagle, let my spirit carry me. I want to fly like an eagle till I'm free, fly through the revolution. And it just kind of repeats until the end of the song.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, dude, I love this song right here, man, without a doubt. Then it segues into the next song, which is my most hated song. And that is, of course, ladies and gentlemen, Wild Mountain Honey. I fucking hated this song. And you know what? I hated it so much. I've already listened to it once a long time ago and hated it back then. And I still feel that way today. I skipped this song when I was listening to this album. To me, dude, it kind of sounds a little too satanic.
Honestly,
even Satan himself would probably have to rip out his eardrums before listening to this. This is how much I hated it.
I didn't like this song, but I didn't even think it was the worst one on the album.
Shut the fuck up, dude. It is. It's like, that's how much I hated it, dude. Like, I hated it as much as Crash Into Me, okay? But I'll let you say what the worst song was when we get to it, you know. But I hated this song, really, man. I really did. I got nothing else to say. Like, I really don't, dude. Like, how can you say anything after listening to this? All right, this is literally my most hated song on this album, and This song is when I was a radio DJ, this song was blacklisted. It was on the Roger Radio blacklist,
Uh-huh.
which is songs that I will never play on the air. End of story.
Right?
I can't. I'm so disgusted even looking at this song right now. I cannot read the lyrics, dude. I can't. You do it.
Oh, mama. Well, look what's been done. You can only see the stars after a setting sun. You run for the money you don't know about wild mountain honey. Come on, mama. Heal this lonesome man. Grow the tree of the wholeness in this desert land. Come on, children. Now learn how to run by heaven, the stars, the moon, and the sun. Come on, Papa. Your end is the means. Don't trade your love and goodness for the golden machine. You run for the money you don't know about wild mountain honey. That's it.
I would rather, just like with Crash Into Me, I would rather get a lobotomy, not just in my eyes, but also in my nose and in my ears before, rather than listen to this fucking song right here. I will say this though, I'm glad we are past this song because the next one's another goodie that I really love. This is another huge instant radio play song here, and it's Serenade. And you know what? After listening to that god awful mess of Wild Mountain Honey, I needed something to serenade me. And this song helped. And when you listen to this song, dude, it does feel like it has that summer vibe to it, don't it?
Yeah, I don't know, I didn't really care for this song too much. I thought it was all around decent.
It's still a good song to play though on the air, I'll tell you that. Um No, I really like I said, dude. This is probably among my top favorites from Steve Miller Band, to be exact.
Yeah.
Oh, and also, can we please just take a moment and for all of us to say, like, for some reason with the Steve Miller Band, I feel like they were that the band was kind of like the Alan Parsons Project. You have official members, and then you had like a rotating cast of session musicians that were like considered as members or whatever kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of what Steve Miller Band really was, you know. No, I don't even know how many musicians went through that band, honestly. But there must have been at least as much as all the session musicians that the Alan Parsons Project brought in. You know, so. All right, I might as well get into it right now. Did you see the lights as they fell all around you? Oh, shit. Oh, shit, that reminds me. Could you give me a second?
Yeah.
You just keep them occupied. My mod just messaged me. Give me a moment.
Okay. So we have this video we recorded a while ago for the Intermission group. It is on here, but is it USB-C? I don't have a USB-C port. I don't think I do. Yeah, I don't have a USB-C port on my laptop. So as soon as we can figure that out, we'll upload it.
She sent me a message, and I'm just like, all right, I gotta message her back quick. Give me a moment. Okay, let's continue this quick. Did you see the lights as they fell all around you? Did you hear the music? A serenade from the stars. Wake up, wake up, wake up and look around you. We're lost in space and the time is our own. Whoa, whoa, ah. Did you feel the wind as it blew all around you? Did you feel the love that was in the air? Wake up, wake up, wake up and look around you. We're lost in space and the time is our own. Whoa, whoa, ah. The sun comes up and it shines all around you. You're lost in space and the earth is your own. Whoa, 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 whoa. And that's it.
Yeah, that's short.
Right. Yep. And let's see here. Like I said, that was exactly what I needed. Now, the next one we got is Dance, Dance, Dance. And if, yep, this is what it says. This is supposed to be the quote unquote best John Denver song that John Denver never recorded.
Yep.
It was kind of like a change of pace, at least for the music, like whereas you've listened to the first few songs, then you get to this song here. What were your thoughts about it?
Uh, I really didn't care for it.
It kind of felt like it had that country tune to it, so
Yep.
yeah. Obviously I kind of did like it, It kind of felt like if I was in a bar or whatever, and yep. Yeah. You want to go ahead and read these lyrics for me? I gotta quickly make a call.
Sure. My grandpa, he's 95 and he keeps on dancing. He's still alive. My grandma, she's 92. She loves to dance and sing some too. I don't know, but I've been told if you keep on dancing, you never grow old. Come on, darling, put a pretty dress on. We're going to go out tonight. Dance, 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 dance all night long. I'm a hard-working man. I'm a son of a gun. I've been working all week in the noonday sun. The wood's in the kitchen, the cows in the barn. I'm all cleaned up and my chores are all done. Take my hand, come along. Let's go out and have some fun. Come on, darling, put a pretty dress on. We're gonna go out tonight.
Love you, bye.
Dance, 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 dance all night long. Pick on, dance, 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 dance all night long. Come on, darling, don't look that way. Don't you know when you smile, I've got to say you're my honey, pumpkin lover. You're my heart's delight. Don't you want to go out tonight? You're such a pretty lady. You're such a sweet girl. When you dance, it brightens up my world. Come on, darling, put a pretty dress on. We're going to go out tonight and dance, 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 dance all night long.
That's it?
Yep.
Well, fuck, bro. I thought it was okay. There was like, where the music kind of starts up where he starts singing dance, dance, dance. Why do I keep getting reminded of this one song by Creedence Clearwater Revival? I think if I remember, the song was called "Open Your Front Porch Door" or whatever the fuck it is, or something like that. I don't know.
Open your front porch door, Nicholas.
I do. Yeah, you see, you can't. You see, man, you obviously are really catching on with the fucking gags and all that. I'm just trying to find it. Actually, you know what? I'll just find it a different time. If any of you remember that song, let me know in the comments below and all that shit. Otherwise, don't. I really don't care. Ladies and gentlemen, we are gonna take a quick break right now. My mom just told me that she's gonna drop off some of my groceries, so don't go anywhere. We shall be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, I tell you, after a long, stressful day, sometimes it's just good, relax, and just enjoy the weekend while you can. In this case, for me, music-wise, honestly, I have to enjoy my weekend by just sitting back and having me some Post Malone Oreo cookies right here. Now, this here I've never tried before, but because I'm musically inclined, I have to try these. Holy fuck, that actually looks good. Take a look at that. Take a look at that. It looks like a reverse Oreo cookie, but it's almost like it went halfway and they still didn't go back ever. Might as well give this a try. That looks incredible. Well, cheers. Are you an independent musician or band that's looking to be interviewed and to promote your music? If so, contact me via social media or email today. Ladies and gentlemen, Roger Radio here with Sir Lancelot here, and welcome to another legit album review. Today, we are still continuing our celebration somewhat of the 50-year anniversary of Steve Miller Band's album, Fly Like an Eagle. Oh God, I got hiccups. So we are going to continue on, and we're going to get right back into it. This next album is another a cover song of sorts, and it's kind of actually a nice song that I kind of liked, and it's called Mercury Blues.
Honestly, I didn't really care for it.
Is there not one song that you even liked at all?
I thought Fly Like an Eagle was pretty good.
Aegis,
Sorry,
what
I
in
don't
the hell
choose
am I
what song I like and what song I don't like.
What in the hell am I gonna do with you, man? Oh my God. So we're gonna continue on, like I said, and for Mercury Blues, I thought I did kind of like it, you know. It is a cover song of an original that was done by Casey Douglas and Robert Geddens. This version here was recorded by Douglas in 1948. The song originally titled Mercury Boogie pays a homage to the American automobile marquee, which ended production in 2010. And there was a couple other versions that were made in addition to this. There was done by David Lindley, and it was also done by Alan Jackson. And that's all I got to say really about it, to be honest with you. So I'll do the lyrics here. So,
Okay.
had my money, I tell you what I'd do. I would go downtown, buy a Mercury or two, cause I'm crazy about Mercury. Cruise up and down this road, up and down this road. I'm going to buy me a Mercury now. Cruise up and down this road, up and down this road. You know that girl I love. I stole her from a friend. Fool got lucky. Stole her back again because she knows he had a Mercury. Cruise up and down this road, up and down this road. Well, she knew he had a Mercury, and she cruised up and down this road. Hey now, mama, where'd you stay last night? Your hair's all down. Your clothes don't fit you right. Have my money. I tell you what I do. Go downtown and buy a Mercury or two, because I'm crazy about Mercury, and I'll cruise up and down this road, up and down this road. Oh. I'm going to buy me a Mercury, and I'll cruise up and down this road, up and down this road. I'm going to buy me a Mercury, going to buy me a Mercury, going to buy me a Mercury. Cruise up and down this road, up and down this road. I'm going to buy me a Mercury, going to buy me a Mercury. Cruise up and down this road, up and down this road. And then he says, ow, how many times? Got a new dance, I'm going to show it to you. And then says, ow, how many times? And that's pretty much it. That's it. That's all I got to say about it. The next song here is probably my most favorite song from this album, and it's Take the Money
definitely
and
the
Run.
strongest song on the album.
Yeah.
All right, want me to get into the lyrics?
I'm sorry, I was just responding to, I was just looking at something quick. Um, Give me a moment. Let me respond to this message. I'm sorry, dude. There's like so much going on right now. Let's see here. Okay, this song right here, dude, it's like I said, my most favorite song and probably one of his most fucking popular songs without a doubt, dude. I am actually still wondering if Billy Joe and Bobby Sue are still on the run today.
Hmm.
I guarantee you they're probably in South America right now, still with that big old fortune that they took from old El Paso, you know. But what, dude? What can I say, dude? There's so much more about this song that I could say, dude. But I don't want to take up too much time, man. You know, like I think probably where they do the chorus of "Go on, take the money and run." I really loved how it just sounded. You know. All right,
Yep.
dude. Why don't you tell the story here?
All right. This here's a story about Billy Joe and Bobby Sue, two young lovers with nothing better to do than sit around the house, get high, and watch the tube. And here's what happens when they decide to cut loose. They headed down to old El Paso. That's where they ran into a great big hassle. Billy Joe shot a man while robbing his castle. Bobby Sue took the money and run. Hoo hoo hoo. Go on, take the money and run. Go on, take the money and run. Hoo hoo hoo. Go on, take the money and run. Go on, take the money and run. Hoo hoo hoo. Billy Mack is a detective down in Texas. You know, he knows just exactly what the facts is. He ain't gonna let those two escape justice. He makes his living off the people's taxes. Bobby Sue, whoa, whoa, he slipped away. Billy Joe caught up to her the very next day. They got the money. Hey, you know what they got away. They headed down south and they're still running today, singing, "Go on, take the money and run. Go on, take the money and run. Hoo hoo hoo. Go on, take the money and run. Oh Lord. Go on, take the money and run. Hoo hoo hoo. Yeah, yeah, go on, take the money and run." All that. And that it just repeats for the end of the song.
Yep. Yepper, man. Like I said, a classic. And then we still continue the good old music vibes, the good old vibes with Rockin' Me. Oh, wait, here's the information that I wanted to read quick. Here's what it says about Take the Money and Run before we continue on. Um, it was released as a single on April 26, 1976 in the US and May 21st, 1976 in the UK. It was recorded in 76 at CBS in San Francisco. The genre is just simply rock. Released by Capitol Records, and Steve Miller was the songwriter and producer of it. Um, it's pretty much it's kind of like a I don't want to say rock opera because there wasn't a whole lot for it, you know. Oh, I
Yeah.
would consider it kind of a mini opera, so to speak. And then pretty much the song is about two young, possibly teenage bandits and the detective pursuing them. It is one of the many hit singles produced by them, obviously. The song was written as a road trip. Miller drew inspiration from his childhood when he listened to the radio while on long road trips with his family, and he would sing along to his favorite songs. Because FM radio was capable of clearer stereo sound, this allowed him to make his road trip songs with more layers for a much bigger sound. This here, and then it shows a bit of it right here. Here's a story about Billy Joe and Bobby Sue, two young lovers with nothing better to do than sit around the house, get high, and watch the tube. I wonder what they were getting high on. And here's what happened. They decided to cut loose. And then it pretty much says Billy Joe robs a house in El Paso and shoots its owner while Bobby Sue escapes from the proceeds of the robbery. They reunite the next day and flee south through Texas, pursued by Billy Mack, a police detective intent on arresting them. Well, Mr. Billy Mack, I hate to tell you, you lost. They fought the law and the law lost. And like I said, I wonder if Billy Joe and Bobby Sue are still on the run today. Anyway, Cashbox said that the song gets off to a fine start with spirited drums and his intelligent lyrics and music that is just as good, maybe better than Space Cowboy. Record World said that this story about an armed robbery is punctuated with some good guitar chording and Miller's distinct vocal. Could you imagine if this is just me spitballing here, but could you imagine if they would have released this song earlier in like say 73 and 74? This would have probably been a good soundtrack for the film Thunderbolt and Lightfoot. It was certified 2 times platinum with 2 million copies. Oh, and here you go. This was the first song Miller ever let a rap group sample. Since he had previously turned down requests to sample his songs, Run DMC used it in 2001 with Everlast also on vocals. He agreed only after hearing the song and liking what they did with it. In 2000, the song was covered in country style by Canadian singer Julian Austin on his album Back in Your Life. And then wait a minute. Okay, never mind. I looked at the name of this title and I thought this was going to be a fucking Weird Al song right here, but it says in 2006, the 30th anniversary edition of Fly Like an Eagle was released. The track, simply titled Take the Joker and Run, was included as a bonus track and is an acoustic version of Take the Money and Run, sung over an early version of the Joker. What the living fuck, Steve? Okay, now that I gotten all that information out of the way, as I nearly forgot, now we can move on to Rockin' Me. Another great classic right here, man. A classic. Yeah, what do you think about it?
I know I wasn't a big fan of it, to be honest.
Jesus fucking Christ, you're killing me, Aegis. My mic went off again. You are fucking killing me here, dude. Why the hell do I even do this shit with you? Anyway. Let's see what I can find. Here we go. It was released as a single in August of 1976 and released as in the UK as a single in October of 76. Recorded in 76 at CBS in San Francisco. The genres are pop, rock, and rock. Released by Capitol Records, and Steve Miller once again produced and written the song. Let's see here. What can I find here quick? Here we go. The song achieved lasting commercial and critical success, with the publication Billboard labeling it an immediate audience grabber. You're damn fucking right. It became the band's second #1 hit on the US Billboard Hot 100, where it stayed at the top for 1 week. Oh, that's a downer. It also topped the Canadian RPM Top Singles chart. In later years, the song has been included in several compilation albums, such as 1978's Greatest Hits, 74 to 78, and 1991's The Very Best of the Steve Miller Band. Composed for a pop and rock festival atmosphere, the lyrics and vocals have been labeled as having an everyman quality. It is sung from the point of view of someone frequently traveling while keeping a positive, upbeat attitude. Locations mentioned in the song include Phoenix, Arizona, Tacoma, Washington, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Atlanta, Georgia, and good old Los Angeles, California. Miller has acknowledged that elements of Rockin' Me, particularly the intro, was a nod to the English rock band Free. Now that I did not know, dude. I did not know that. And remember, for those of you who have been living under a Dwayne Johnson, right? The band Free was essentially Paul Rogers and Simon Kirk's band before they formed a Bad Company. So just to let all of you know, they particularly wanted to make a nod to their hit song "All Right Now," which was a very good song right there. It's actually the only song I know from Free. Unfortunately, I gotta listen to more Free music. So Free music. Are we talking about the
Hmm.
band's free music or actual free music that's out on YouTube and Spotify? Anyway, he stated, yeah, it's a lack of the wall for Paul Kossoff. I did one concert in the 2 years that I was off the road. I went to London and played with Pink Floyd. It was a big, huge outdoor show, so we needed a big rock and a roll number that was really good, really going to excite everybody. I just put it together and didn't think much about it. Wow, I didn't even realize that he performed with Pink Floyd. Jeez, dude. Could you imagine that, dude? He returned to the subject in an interview with Ultimate Classic Rock Nights, referring to his support slot at Pink Floyd's one-off appearance at Knebworth or Knebworth or whatever in June of '75. You know, it's Knebworth. Is it Knebworth, do you think?
I have no idea.
Yeah. Anyway, he said, I had thought about the gig and I knew the way it was going to work was I was going to play just before Pink Floyd. The sun would be going down. It would be really cold. There wouldn't be any lights on the stage. It would be a lousy time. I went, I'm going to kick those guys in the butt. So what I did was I wrote Rockin' Me as a song to play at a festival to just get it going. And I guess it did kind of pay off for him, really. Billboard described Rockin' Me as a catchy and highly humorous mid-tempo rocker, saying that the melody sounds like the Beach Boys and the Eagles in places. Hell yeah, dude. Cashbox said that it draws up from the best of rock and roll over the last 10 years and has hook-filled guitar lines, I meant. Record World said it was an intro reminiscent of Freeze All Right Now and vocals and guitar pure Steve Miller. Oh, and here's something here. The song is a playable track in the video games Rock Band 2 and Tap Tap Revenge 3 and was featured as a radio station track on the classic rock station on good old Grand Theft Auto 5. And I'll tell you, I've played GTA 5 a lot, dude, and I heard that song every time I played the old classic rock station whenever I'm carjacking someone and running people over.
Hmm.
It peaked at #1 on the US Billboard Hot 100, and I thought that was pretty good. It's certified gold in New Zealand with 15,000 records sold, and it's certified 2 times platinum in the United States with 2 million records sold. So that's all of it. You go right ahead.
All right. Well, I've been looking real hard and I'm trying to find a job, but it just keeps getting tougher every day. But I got to do my part because I know in my heart I gotta please my sweet baby. Yeah. Well, I ain't superstitious and I don't get suspicious, but my woman is a friend of mine. And I know that it's true that all things that I do will come back to me in my sweet time. So keep on rocking me, baby. Keep on a rocking me, baby. Keep on a rocking me, baby. Keep on a rocking me, baby. I went from Phoenix, Arizona, all the way to Tacoma, Philadelphia, Atlanta, LA, North California, where the girls are warm, so I could be with my sweet baby. Yeah. Keep on rocking me, baby. Blah, blah, blah. Keep on rocking me, baby. Rocking me, baby. Don't get suspicious. No, don't be suspicious. Babe, you know you are a friend of mine, and you know that it's true, that all the things I do are going to come back to you in your sweet time. I went from Phoenix, Arizona, all the way to Tacoma, Philadelphia, Atlanta, LA, Northern California, where the girls are warm, so I could hear my sweet baby say, "Keep on rocking me, baby," and it repeats for the rest of the song.
Yeah. I still love the song. I still love it. I think
Yeah.
it's either number 2 or number 3 on my favorites here, but I don't know, dude. I would have to listen back one more time. So, all right, we're gonna go to the next one here, and I'm not really sure what to think about this song here. It's "You Send Me," um, and it's obviously mostly an acoustic piece and all that. But I'll say this here: when you hear the singing at the beginning, and then all of a sudden you hear Steve Miller interspersed with like come on baby, hey, don't be nervous and all that, I felt that kind of threw me off at the beginning of this song.
Honestly, I thought this song was the weakest one on the album.
Like I said, dude, the part where there was the interspersing of come on baby, don't be nervous and all that, it really threw it off the beginning for me, but I still liked it. It's still a listenable track for me, so even still more listenable than Wild Mountain fucking Honey, dude. Like, fuck out of here with that shit. Um, so this here is another cover song, and this song was originally done by Sam Cooke, who is often known as the King of Soul and is actually among some of the most influential musicians back in them days. So, and yeah, he was yeah, Sam Cooke, he was the one who died in a plane crash when he was 33 years old. So he was still very, very young when he passed, sadly. So I'm just gonna look at this here. The original version was released on September 7th, 1957. It was recorded on June 1st of that year. And Radio Recorders Inc. in Hollywood. The genre, obviously, Sam Cooke being Sam Cooke, it was rhythm and blues and soul music, released by King Records, and it was Sam Cooke who was the songwriter, but he was mistakenly credited to L.C. Cooke, and the producer, get this here, Bumps Blackwell. Bumps? Imagine if I had a name that was like this, but instead it was Humps Whitewell.
Hmm.
I don't know. I'm running out of jokes, all right? So, there isn't really a whole lot of info that I can find about the Steve Miller version on here, honestly, but I'm still going to include the Wikipedia page for You Send Me, so encourage you all to take a look at it if you want. So, alrighty, I'll get this right here. Darling, you send me. Darling, you send me. Yeah. Darling, you send me. Come on, baby. Come on. Honest, you do. You know it. Honest, you do. Come on. Don't be nervous. I'm sorry, but that part was what threw me off for this song mostly. I mean, if they did not have all that interspersing that was going on, with what I just read, then the whole thing would have been fully doable for me, okay? Not to shit on Steve Miller. I still love Steve Miller no matter what.
Hmm.
Honest you do. Darling, you move me. Darling, you move me. Yeah, darling, you move me. Honest you do. Honest you do. Oh. And at first I thought it was infatuation, but it's lasted so long that now I find myself wanting to marry you and take you home. Oh, you send me. Darling, you send me. Darling, you send me. Honest you do. Honest you do. Oh. And at first I thought it was infatuation, but it lasted so long that now I find myself wanting to marry you and take you home. Oh, you move me, yeah. Darling, you move me. Darling, you move me. Honest you do. Honest you do. And I will say this, there's something about the melody that is in this song that I do like, though. I'll give it that, all right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's all I got to say. All right, and now for the next track, we go to a song that felt like it was a throwback to the space intro, but instead it's called Blue Odyssey.
I really liked this one. I thought it was pretty nifty. I liked it a lot.
Dude, it's so ambient, dude. Like, didn't Brian Eno ever think about doing something like this with the synthesizer, you know, like how it sounded. Did he ever even do anything like that in his career?
He probably has. I assume he would have done
Yeah.
that in his career.
Just imagine if like Space Intro and Blue Odyssey had that Brian Eno touch in them, man.
Yeah.
But like
And
I
next,
said, but like I said, Blue Odyssey was kind of like a throwback to the Space Intro, you know. Um, for some reason, dude, it kind of I don't know, but I think it is actually really good where it's at. But could you imagine if this was the closing track?
hmm,
So,
yeah,
all right, next up we got a Sweet Maree.
I was surprised by this one. I actually ended up liking it.
Really?
Yeah.
It had with that harmonica you could hear, dude. It really has that southern rock touch to it. I really did like it too, man. It's not a song that I'll listen to a whole lot, but I would definitely revisit if it's there. I think between Blue Odyssey and Sweet Maree, those songs, Blue Odyssey was supposed to like segue into it, you know, like Space Intro did with Fly Like
Yeah.
an Eagle, you know. But I did like it. I was impressed. To say that the harmonica was really good would be an understatement. Steve Miller, though, for some reason, he doesn't strike me as the harmonica guy. I wonder if that was actually what he did.
Mhm.
Who was it? Who was it that did that harmonica? Oh, actually, no, it wasn't him. It was James Cotton that did the harmonica.
Okay.
It was James Cotton who did the harmonica. He performed with a lot of legendary blues musicians, such as Howlin' Wolf and Muddy Waters, who are two giants in the R&B blues era. You know, dude. So yeah, I was kind of right in a
All
stupid
right.
kind of way, folks. I'll admit that. You know.
Want me to get into the lyrics?
Um. Yeah. Why don't you go ahead and do that?
All right. Sweet Marie, she came walking up to me. She was moving kind of slow. Sweet Marie came walking up to me. She was moving kind of slow. Said Marie, well, what can the trouble be? She said, just don't know, just don't know. Oh, got something worrying me. Oh, moving slow. Yeah, yeah. That's literally it.
Oh, come on. There couldn't have been any more to it, man. I feel like the song could have
Nope.
did more for the lyrics, but not to say it in a bad way. You know, I did like how it came out, you know. It's just I don't know, man. Alrighty. So, we now close the album out with just simply The Window. I liked
I
it.
thought it had I thought it had a strong start and a strong finish, but everything in the middle was kind of meh.
I don't know. I liked it. I liked it. Like I really liked how it sounded, you know. It was I thought it was a good closer. I feel like for the closing part, if the window would have ended with, you know, what you heard on Space Intro and Blue Odyssey, dude, this album, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's just me anyway. That's just me talking, so. Alrighty, here's the lyrics here that I'll read. Ask my baby what she wants to be. She'll say a monkey swinging in a tree. Oh my god. Oh fuck me, dude. That just threw me back to last week with fucking Proudest Monkey.
Hmm.
Fucking A, dude. Anyway, monkey swinging in a tree. Ask my baby what she's thinking of. She'll say there's nothing greater than love. Well, look through the window, 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 window. Tell me what you see a beautiful planet, peace and harmony, 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 harmony. I hate to tell you this, folks, but there's none of that today. In
Hmm.
today's world, there's none of that right now. Think love, you're surrounded. We are one, and you and I. Gather your leads together. There's only love until we die. Until we die. Ask my baby what she's going through. She'll say the same thing as you. Ask my baby what she's thinking of. She'll say there's nothing greater than love. Remember, folks, love conquers all. Always. Well, look through the window. Window. Tell me, what do you see? A beautiful planet. Peace and harmony. Harmony. Think, love, you're surrounded. We are one, you and I. Gather your leaves together. There's only love until we die. Until we die. And that is it. But I'll ask you this. Look through the window. Is this the secret window from the movie Secret Window with Johnny Depp? Have you ever seen that movie, dude?
I have not.
It's a really fucking good film. I actually
What's
don't
it
know.
called? Secret Window?
Yeah, it was starring Johnny Depp. I actually don't know if I have that anywhere in my stack right there, because I know that was the one movie that I really wanted. Let's see, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, in addition to Johnny Depp, it also stars my boy John Tortorella. If I remember, because I swear his last name I keep fucking up or whatever. He was the guy
John
who
Turturro?
played. Huh?
John Turturro?
Yes. Yep, dude. That is him, the GOAT himself. The same man who told us, do not seek the treasure. It's a bushwhack. And I'm going to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, as I conclude it, do seek, fly like an eagle. So I'm going to tell you that. So, dude, I'm going to let you go first with your ranking and then your most favorite song and your least favorite song. I'm going to let you do all that first because I want to save my answers for last.
Honestly, I'd give that album. I want to give it a 7, but I think I got to give it a 6.9 out of 10. The strongest song was definitely Take the Money and Run. My least favorite one was You Send Me.
Okay, so obviously my most favorite songs in chronological order are simply this. Take the Money and Run is number 1. And Rockin' Me is number 2. Fly Like an Eagle is number 3. And Serenade is number 4. And obviously, my most hated song that I really despise without a doubt is Wild Mountain Honey. And it was because of the inclusion of that song, I cannot give this album any more than a 9. I would give it a 10 out of 10, but because of the inclusion of Wild Mountain Honey onto this album, I have to give it only a 9. You heard it first, ladies and gentlemen. Element, Fly Like an Eagle. It was a 50-year anniversary, and I wish we could have had a better anniversary, but I feel like it felt like a complete shit show, honestly, for me today. So, but it is what it is, ladies and gentlemen, I'll recommend that you all give this album a listen. If you haven't, the link to it will be in the description below. And also, while you're at it, what other topics do you think we should talk about? And what is your favorite music by the Steve Miller Band? Let us know in the comments below. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Be sure to subscribe to the Roger Radio Show. Hit the bell to be notified when we upload. Hit that thumbs up button. And then, in addition to that, subscribe to the Intermission group. And also follow me on all my social media. All the links to everything will be in the description below. And if any of you out there are an independent musician or band who wants to get your music promoted and to be interviewed, reach out to me at rogerrhodes90@yahoo.com. Just remember, it might take a little bit for me to respond because I have a very busy schedule and all that. So I hope you all understand. But I will get back to you as soon as possible. Aegis, any final thoughts?
I got nothing.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, happy 50-year anniversary to Fly Like an Eagle. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for watching. And until next time, ta-ta for now.
Peace.